happening, it impacts the family, but also the community. Your sense of safety, security, tranquility, all is what disrupted when you have a rampant, out of place homicide rate. So we wanted to invite Mary Franklin, the founder of Women Survivors of Homicide, to talk to you directly with my co-host, Daisy Shimforth, because this really impacts everybody's sense of wellness. So call in and share your thoughts, your comments, if you want more information on how you become involved. But you mentioned, right, there was no services.
Right.
And I contend the reason why, because nobody can curate for you better than you. You know what we need. So you're asking people who of good intention to curate something through their lens,
right,
their worldview for you.
Right.
All right. That's why I believe, I might be wrong, but I doubt it, while most programs aimed at the poor and working poor doesn't work. Why? Right. They're being designed and curated by folks with good intention, right? But they don't see what you see. They have not experienced or been cultivated the way you have. So you really can't create things that aim at your problem better than you.
That's right.
So that's why I think that you don't see the programs you think are needed in the community.
Larry, can I just share with you one simple thing? Just give you one of our little goodies here.
Go ahead.
We're looking at collaborating with a hospital, let's say Boston Medical Center. Usually when our Black men are murdered, the body goes in the ambulance, they rush them to Boston Medical Center. That's just where it is. Right. Why not the hospital collaborate with a massage clinic or therapeutic and have some holistic services for these women, body massages, acupuncture, aromatherapy. Set that up in some type of a hospital clinic setting. Allow these survivors to go in and get a free body massage. Allow them to go in and have some acupuncture around the PTSD. Everybody doesn't want a pill, okay? So there are services that can help. But again, we have to collaborate. And another thing, are we worthy of acupuncture, massages, and aromatherapy? Sometimes people don't even think that Black people even know what those things are or care about them. Right. Stop judging us. True. We need services. Women are walking the streets of Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan. They are dead, but they're walking. It's like walking dead. I meet these women, Larry, every day. I hear their stories. I know, Larry, because I used to be like that. I pretend I was okay. I lied to my church. I lied to my family. I lied to my friends. I was a mess. But then, Larry, I had to pull it together. And I prayed and I said, God, forgive me for all my junk, my sins. If you fix me right now, I'll run for you. And I have no mind to turn back. I am going to fight for these women because they deserve it. They did nothing wrong. Someone came in our world and took our loved one. We can't get them back, but we're going to get a new real life back.
Amen. Ms. Jennifer?
No, I have a question, but I want to say that I think we were speaking the other day and saying that the energy and the initiative that Dr. King, Malcolm X, did years ago, there has been no one to do that. Back then people used to stand out, make real statements, and no one really does those things anymore. And you're actually, an example of bringing back kind of the old, really taking a stand, and as you said before, being uncomfortable in order to send a message.
Yes.
And I think that that's great. Could you share a few of your ups and downs that you may have encountered in beginning the program, and even how it is for you, let's say, just on a day-to-day basis?
I just keep it real. It is hard. It isn't easy. There's no magic to this thing. I never say that I'm completely healed. I don't even know really if there's a such thing as being healed from losing someone to homicide. But I will say I have my good days and my bad days like everyone else. This journey is very lonely. You know, once the chicken stops coming and the potato salad and the doorbell stops ringing, you've buried the person, and now folks don't want to hear about it anymore. It's a very lonely journey. And people will even think that you're crazy because you're out here fighting for these dead people. But you know what I say? Too bad. I'd rather walk alone and do the work that I've been called to do, and that is to support these women who are impacted by this terrible epidemic called homicide. And it just behooves me that people won't get involved and understand that this can happen to them. You know, Melvin and I weren't bothering anyone in 1996 when he was murdered. You know, we were raising our children. We weren't rich or anything like that, but at that time, we were desperately in love, you know, and life was so wonderful. And we didn't sell drugs, anything. We weren't in a gang. But guess what? He got murdered. So people have to understand, stop judging people. It doesn't matter what your lifestyle was or whatever. This can happen to anyone.